Well, hello there. Welcome to my studio, my Wild Sun Art Studio. I am Robinson, and you are welcome here. So I should actually work a little harder on this sign. It's beginning to get gnarly. Well, I have been working on a book for an art journal for Nick the Booksmith's Deserted Island Challenge. It has been such a fun, wonderful experience working on this book. So anyway, this is not that. This is another journal. I wanted to talk a little bit more today about using paper cuts in art journals and what fun it is, and it's a lovely way to get some prettiness and some colorful design in your book. So this journal, bring it up a little closer, has a binding. I think I was trying to figure out something akin to a Coptic stitch. Not entirely sure I figured it out. I was looking at a YouTube the other day about Coptic stitch. I think this is something I could figure out. Anyway, whatever that binding is. This is the journal. This is, can you see that it's just stacked pieces of cardboard? This might even be a cereal box. I'm not sure. I wonder if we can tell. No, it's just plain cardboard. And it has some, these must be skewers, and red floss and gold dimensional paint. Actually, this is pretty cool. I actually cut little chipboard rectangles, glued them down, and then I also drew a line of the gold sparkly. And this book is pretty old. I made this a while ago. We're talking 7 or 8 years, I'm guessing. And little pearl buttons. Actually, not really buttons, just circles. So we open it up. This is painted paper. Now, if I do this, do you get that there's some gold paint in here with the other colors? It's kind of fun. It flashes a little bit. So here's our first paper cut. This is painted papers, just acrylic on a piece of brown paper bag. Actually looks a little chipped and worn. Anyway, this is, you can see the line is down the middle and it's a mirror image of each other. So that is either the whole paper cut or part of a paper cut. And the paper behind it, I can't tell you where it's from. It feels like paper from India, maybe something like a specialty pack of different patterns from India. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you have imagined. This going confidently thing is such an interesting instruction, don't you think? We're certainly not told very many places in our childhood that I can think of to go confidently towards our dreams. We're kind of told to sit down and shut up. So that's interesting to be an adult and getting to learn these things all over again. It is a happy talent to know how to play. See, Ralph had the right idea here. Anyway, this is a rubber stamp that I cut with red ink. And I believe that this is on tissue paper. And then I glued the tissue paper down on the cardstock. Now here is more, it looks like the same paper, but, you know, a different pattern, a different cut. And let's see if I can find some papers. So the fold back line was right there. So this is a fan fold, like you're folding paper back and forth to make a actual fan. So this part is a mirror image of that part. And then this is a mirror of that, and so on and so forth. And this underneath is patterned origami paper. This is more the paper from India. I love this quote. Isn't it the greatest quote? Let the beauty that you love be what you do. There are many ways to kneel and kiss the earth. I loved hearing that for the first time. I might have been in college or something, so a while ago. Just that whole idea that you could kneel and kiss the earth, or kneel in front of whatever it is that is sacred for you. Looks like this paper pattern, yeah, it's the same as that, and the same paper. And this paper underneath, I think it's just red cardstock. But the way that I got this paper cut down was I used gel medium and I painted the whole page, and then I put the paper cut on top of the gel medium, just squished it into place. So there's texture. I don't know if you're going to get this on the... Do you see that there's the texture of the gel medium there on the red? Maybe you can see that. Now, this paper cut was made out of plain office white copy paper, nothing special. And there is the fold. So we folded it in half, then in half, and then the third fold was half to the front, half to the back. Yeah, so we've got this great sort of leaf thing going along that fold there. Cool. Cardstock. This is some sort of plastic red cellophane sort of a thing. Cardstock, paper from India. Gold paper from... I wonder if this was from, you know how sometimes they wrap candy bars, the big candy bars, in metallic paper. I think that's what that is. This is a rubber stamp that I cut. And this is a Christmas stamp of the Virgin Mary and Jesus, and I think that's Joseph. Cool. The only true gift is a portion of yourself. Ralph's pretty good with quotes. He says some cool stuff. So again, with this painted paper on orangey cardstock. It looks like this is dictionary paper. I love this quote. Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events. This was said by Doc Brown to... What's the young man? Oh, I'm completely forgetting all the characters in Back to the Future. Anyway, he says it to the young man. More candy paper. Another Madonna stamp. This looks like Republic of... Oh, Burundi. I think that's what that says. But with the light and the shine. Okay, more paper from India. I am guessing this is more chocolate wrapper. There's a lot of candy paper in here. I apologize to the world. Anyway, more India paper. More of this cellophane. More definitions. Somebody else's rubber stamp on yellow tissue paper. Yep, this says Burundi. So there's a lovely flower. I was looking through this book to make sure I wanted to show it to you. I like this quote so much. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. That's so true for me. You know, I'm a different person, more confident, so excited, so thrilled in my studio. Very strong, very courageous, imaginative to the ends of the world. It just never stops here in my studio, which is a little bit different when I'm not in my studio. Anyway, Howard Thurman said that. Oh, this is a fun page. This is the corrugated cardboard. I haven't actually bought light bulbs in these boxes, but light bulbs always used to come with this corrugated cardboard. You see? So another Madonna. Another bunch of dictionary definitions. Be the change that you want to see in the world. More red cellophane. More. Oh, you know what this is? This is paper. It's much heavier metal. And every Christmas they make little reindeer and they cover it in this kind of heavy gold paper. I think this is them. Although actually, I've seen reindeer and snowmen and Easter bunnies, and they have a bunch of different shapes they make for different holidays. And I think they're using a lighter weight metal now. Anyway, this is red candy wrapper with a gold chocolate coin wrapper. These are origami paper, and this is the India paper. Is this Jesus or the Madonna? I'm not getting a lot of help from my lamps. I think it's Jesus. So that's, yes, this is another stamp. Candy wrapper, India paper. Paper cut. Doesn't this look like a person? Eyes, hands, legs. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Candy wrapper, India paper, origami paper, India paper, Madonna, candy wrapper, rubber stamp. Isn't that interesting how the colors of gold are very different? This seems to have more silver, and this has more, I don't know, it might even be red, I don't know, but a sort of brownisher, gold, browner-ish, something like that. There's a word for that. I love this quote. I actually used it in my Abundance Convo book. Just remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. This is not just a grab bag candy game. This is a quote from Toni Morrison, and I believe that's actually in one of her books. Not like an interview quote, but a book quote. This paper right here is dyed paper towel and chocolate bar wrapper and India paper, and this paper I believe is hand painted paper by me. And more eye, arms, legs, more people, paper cut. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. This is a great quote. All children are artists. The problem is how to remain an artist as one grows up. Pablo Picasso said that. So we have gold candy wrapper, red, and orange. I think at Christmas, more colors come out you know, you buy little individual chocolates. Here is some floss with origami paper, a golden coin smushed out with my fingernail, another Madonna from Burundi on their stamps, another coin. I actually kind of like how it started disintegrating. This is a wonderful Leonard Cohen quote. This is one of his songs. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Here's another candy wrapper, more painted paper by me, another Burundi Madonna, more India paper. And I had this feeling that I was trying to sort of make a person. So there's head, there's 2 arms and 2 legs. Again, this is a stamp that I cut, and I don't know if you can see this right here. This is just tissue paper. So I stamped it on tissue paper and then cut it out and glued it down with lots and lots of gel medium. And then more card on the back. And little buttons and tassels. So yes, keep experimenting with all kinds of different papers. Using a fan fold. I actually need to kind of wander through fan fold paper cuts with you. You can do a fan fold. You can do that sort of circular or 4-square paper cut that we've been doing. And you can take portions of them and, you know, put them on your pages or right in the center. And I will give you a little hint that in my Nick the Booksmith Challenge art journal, there are some paper cuts. Yay! So, my dearies, I wish you many blessings. Have fun. If you haven't had a chance to do Nick the Booksmith's art journal challenge, it's a hoot. We all are pretending that we're on a deserted island, and there's a very limited number of things for us to make journals with. And it has challenged all of us, and it's really fun. And I've been watching other people's videos all throughout, and I have stuck very clearly to the list of things that I said I was going to do in my book. So I haven't been using other people's really, really, really good ideas. One of the ideas that I didn't put enough thought into was sewing on paper, and I wish that I had done that. But I don't have any real sewing of paper in my journal because it wasn't on my original list. So anyway, looking at other people's work has been really fun. Just really cool stuff. And some ideas are like mine, and a bunch of ideas are stuff that I didn't even think about. And yeah, it's been great. It has been great. So I will see you anon. I wish you a very happy day. All right. Bye.